CRIMILOCAS. And today we are talking about tragedies. But first, Dania, for you, what is a tragedy?
It's sometime, but that happens every day.
I don't get it. I don't understand it. But now, getting to the point. Today we are going to read two the stories, tragedies that came to our DM. So, today's first story is sent to us anonymous. It all started on a Tuesday. My cousins and I, we are going to cross the border because my cousin, who is practically like my brother, now lives unknown and invited us to his house for the first time. We took the free bridge and it was around 5 or 6 in the afternoon. My cousin Carla is like a lucky charm because whenever we cross that bridge, we either get a very long but fast moving line or a very short and fast one. Mm, Everything was going well. We were already approaching the visa scanner. I took out my visa and everything was fine. My cousin scanned them and handed me back my visa and hers. My other cousin, Danny, was born in the US, so she had her birth certificate and school ID ready to show the officer. We were waiting for the car in the front of us to pass. I was pinning the passport. Some like this. Yeah, her spinning the passport like this. Okay. Why? I don't know. I grabbed one each, had and was spinning them around. I swear it wasn't on purpose. But while I was spinning them, I don't know how my cousin's visa and mine collide. And my visa went flying. So her visa flying to the on the car, like yeah, of
Yeah, yeah.
no, I don't know. I throw shit. Oh my god,
Ay.
that's a bad word. I saw it fall between the passenger seat and the glove compartment. Well, not just me, all three of us hadn't falls there, so Carla told me to ask the custom officer for permission to retrieve I when we got to the checkpoint. That's what I did, and when we started looking for it, it was nowhere to be found. Seriously, we had no idea where in the had gone, and we spent about 10 minutes trying to find it. I think the officer got frustrated and asked whose visa is it, and I turned to look at him, almost in tears, and said, "It's mine." Then he told us to move the area where they inspect suspicious vehicles. We parked in an open spot, and then another officer who was checking cars stopped us and asked, "What are you doing?" We tried to explain that the other officer had told us to park there so could find my visa, but this guy, the damn officer, said, "No, you can't do that here. Go to the parking to load and look for it there." My cousins and I could have just left because we had practically already passage for the officer had kept their documents. So we had no choice. There we were freezing because it was the day before it snowed in Juarez. Without jacket, searching for my visa for another 10 minutes. It was like it had disappeared in a parallel universe because we practically disassembled my cousin's car trying to find it. And I was nowhere to see. Then suddenly Danny showed it. I found it! The three of us frozen in shock, and I asked, "So why don't you take it out?" She said she couldn't because it was stood between the bottom of the car and the plastic part of the gesture. How? I don't know. But there it was. After about 5 more minutes, we finally managed to pull it out, and then we went back to show the officer that I did have my visa, so I could return my cousin's documents. As we were walking, another officer stopped us and asked, "Where are you going?" We explained that we needed to show my visa to the first officer because he had kept my cousin's documents. This new officer told us to give him the visa so he couldn't scan it and that he would bring us their documents. But we had to walk right here. He left, and when he came back, he handed us the documents, and Carla was about to give me back my visa when suddenly this naked eyed away and said, "You're never holding the visa before we cross again." Yeah, I said the same. Totally embarrassed, I got into the car, and on the way, we couldn't stop laughing about everything that had happened because nothing like that had ever happened to us before.
It's good that they did find your passport. That's next story, and that's it.
Okay, tell me, please.
Well, I was calm doing homework in bed, and my sister and friend were there and well. I brought my laptop on the wall shop, and well, I was comfortable with my babe and the whole thing.
Wait.
But that's what my mom talked to me about, and well, I went and everything, and in what I went and came
Oh
back.
my god.
Um, to me about, and well, I went and everything, and I went and come back. And I started doing to task again in about 5 minutes. Later, I want to grab my babe, and it's not there. I was like, and my babe?
¿Qué? What? That's so sad.
I got in a mode at that moment. I say to my sister, and her friend had not seen it in, and they told me on, and I didn't. So you were my baby, you'll be. Because at the time, I was very dependent on my babe. You know.
No.
Mm-mm. And I went to my parents' room and asked them if they didn't. I have left there indignated, and I wanted to die. And I asked my little brother, we was 3 years. What?
What?
Oh, at the time because he's already 4. Oh well, whoever is going to know that is know how the this thing is it permission you know. And I was already talking around like a crazy old woman, thinking about everything, waiting to feed my babe, and after thank you, thank you, 15 minutes of waiting today for my babe.
Oh my god.
I'm sorry. Today for my babe, I'm walking around in a mouth of the dog. I found another story for you. This when opened when I was drunk. They had rented my an amazing rooftop terrace for my birthday. His was when I turned, if I remember correctly, 20 years old.
Oh my god.
I invited my high school friends. My uncle also invited his friends. Everything was chill. The vibe was great. Only this once at a time, I was some used with my sister over certain thing, but wherever. The party was going well. The atmosphere was cool. until I started drinking, and it wasn't just a sip. I went all in. There was the before. I don't even remember the name. But I have a love of school, and before I know it, I have already finished um, half of it myself. At one point, I went to the bathroom, and my friends from high school went with me. I told them I was feeling uncomfortable because of sometimes my sister would die. And one of them, very smart, said, "Have you had some time? Decide to hear, just say it." And me, already tipsy, talked time as the same, I walked out of the bathroom like a storm, straight to my sister, ready for drama. Okay,
Okay,
okay.
drama queen.
Honestly, I don't remember what I said, but according to what they told me, I even brought in my dad into the argument. Okay, okay, okay. Everyone was trying to call me Don Picaro was not okay, but I kept making a scene with my sister. And I one of the moments a tree I punched off at her, but wait. My dad got in the way. And I ended off
Hit him. Okay.
when they told me that. I was like, what?
What?
What? I mean me? Feeding?
Fighting?
Hidden my whole death.
Okay.
I had no idea about anything until my friends, my parent, my uncle, and even his friend told me. And I, in total shock, was just like, "Are you serious? That I really do all that juice from drinking too much?" And the worst part, they told me I talk already bloody to my sister. So, of course, I have to apologize, but I was. And the worst part was the ongoing the next day. Being too, being the responsible person I am. I went to school like nothing happened, but I was didn't just DYANG. I drank so much that my dad and my sister had to take care of me because I had hand I will be here telling you this story right now. And well, that's how it and well down. To this day, my friends still remain me of the night. They call me bad drink. And I'm just like, but as well I'm not. Since the day I don't drink as much anymore because honestly I'm scared of what could happen again.
Oh my god. I have a story similar to this because other girl sent me and say it. I happened to meet the so-called bad drunk. Okay.
Okay, okay.
Who was actually saving lives and giving emotional therapy. Anyway, we went to a getting with some classmates to hang out. I was Charlene, Daniela, and me.
What? Okay, okay.
Okay. And honestly, we were having a good time. We had already been drink. We had already been drinking. We were sharing comfortable, playing some games, and then a fight broke out. Why fight? Why you fight in the party? I don't know. Yeah. And then a fight broke out. A lot of things happened that I don't really want to talk about because it's not. and truly my story to tell. I just remember there was a brief verbal argument, but I didn't scale it into physical violence, involving several people's been drinking. And with all the mixed emotions, she fainted. My friend Charlene called me and I picked it up and she told me that Daniela has passed out. So I had to let everyone know so they could help her. Everyone rushed everyone rushed out to assist her since I had take some CPR and first aid course. I knew a little about how to do something to help her recover when she woke up. While we were trying to wake Daniela, something really funny happened. One of our classmates started singing the song from Tango, the one that plays when Rapunzel hair starts glowing.
What?
In Spanish is a flor que da fulgor. Okay. So there we were, my friend stroking her hair while singing. And me drunk, but still responsible. Trying to handle everything. When Daniela's parents arrived, I had to act responsibility signs. Okay.
We will be worrying about having a friend and how looking you are to know what you did and to be responsible. But the best thing about that was Rapunzel's song. Well, changing the subject later. It'll tell you die on time sometime. Very stranger happened to my about my sexuality.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm listening to you. Just tell me and.
To be or not to be. Girl, here's a story about the time I questioned whether I like women or not.
Hmm.
Luckily, oh, because this is some just gossip, so look, as you know, I'm on soccer team, right? There's the girl was been playing with us for a while, and honestly, she's really cute. We talk during games and stuff, and I've been giving Kirana at her mom riding home. And after time, because her mom always comes to her games, her mom is super sweet, but the why? I talking to her too, and anything was cool. But there's the weird part. This girl came making comments that I found kind of strange. Or the last thing seeming straight to me. I didn't to notice even I tell to notice 70 smiling things to figure out why people are daring to say it or not. And I always struck me as odd that she will and taste me, even though she's friend with everything on the team. It was always just me. And I was like, what's going on here, girl?
Mm.
Mm.
Oh no.
On day, she brought in her girlfriend, me and gay. Yeah, she's like woman. Okay.
You're gay, Daniel.
And one of my class friend on the team, Ballet, should it did to her love your girl.
Oh my god. No. Oh my god.
No, I thought this girl was cute. So Wednesday, she brought her girlfriend, my friend, and I started making gogs. Start making gogs in front of saying stuff like, now, I will take you for anyone else. and things like that. I think her mom started watching on right.
Se están quedando
La
dormidas.
producción no hizo nada, maestra, póngale 5. Repruébelas.
Vamos a poner eso.
Claro, princesa.
Producción.
Producción
Está dormida.
exactamente, maestra. Quisiera voltear la cámara, pero pues estoy lejos.
Ay, güey.
Ahí se ve producción. ¡Ay, Dios mío! ¡Ay, qué está
No,
chueca!
estamos chuecas. ¡Ay, mira! ¡Excelente!
¡Un duende! Son 5 duendes captados en cámara. Número 1. Sure, of course. Thank her mom goes. She probably will be preferred if you said in the front.
Oh, yeah.
Instead. And I was like, what? I didn't know what to say. So I just loaded nervously. From the moment I realized her monkey of already know I told her that was cute. Plus the girl cop this in during games will make my think, this is suspicious. Because luck. Anyways, because luck, I don't usually like women. Even though I have friends who do, but wait, here I was different. I was like, I do actually like women, or is that just a weird feeling toward air every time I saw her during games? The feeling will come back. I could tell if I actually like her of it was just something strange I was experiencing, so here I am. Still not sure if I actually switch team or if I'm just imagining things.
That's so crazy. I remember when my mom told me,
I heard you. I want to know that too.
oh my god. I realized I was bisexual when I was in the middle school. There was a thing girl I like it, but at the time I convinced myself that I just love her too much as a friend.
Okay.
It wasn't until high school, after spending months looking up at home, a reflection on my life, that I finally said, "Oh my god, I don't like girls." And after constantly dividing with myself, I eventually came to terms with it. Well, I'm who I am, and that's it. I don't choose to be born this way. And that's when I started to accept myself. At first, I only told two people, my best friend at the time and my cousin, whom I consider my brother. Uh, they were the only ones who knows, because I was terrified that my friends or my family will see me differently or treat my badly. But then one day, my mom, my brother, and I went out to eat at a restaurant. I don't know how it happened, but suddenly my mom started scolding my brother about something she had found on his phone. And after she gave his phone back, and she turned to me, stretched out her hand, and said, "Let me see your phone." And now, a few weeks before, I had told my cousins that I was bisexual, and the memory of them made every alarm in my brain go off. And I immediately went on the defensive and said, "Why do you want to be checking my phone if you're calling my brother, not me?" And I asked it, and of course she responded like any mother would, telling me that I had no privacy as long as live under her roof. She forced she forced me to hand over my phone. At the moment, I all I could do was pray that she won't open my conversation with my cousin. He had a mostly talking over calls, not message. But when I told him I was bisexual, I hadn't been a I hadn't been able to do it over the phone, and oh, I'm crying. There was text. I watched it as the instructions through my phone until suddenly she stopped it. What do you talk about with Jael? And she asked, my heart broke. I snatched the phone out of back, but I refused. I begged her. I told her to let me tell her in my own time when I it away. I was ready, but she wouldn't listen. She kept insisting. Give me the phone, or um I'll take it away for you. And I had no choice. Hands shaking on the verge or tears, I gave it back to her. She read everything, then she looked it up at me, and I swear I'll never forget her face, disappointment. She handed the phone back. And then she asked, why didn't you tell me first? But I couldn't answer. I broke down crying right there in the middle of the restaurant. My mom fell silent. She didn't eat another bite. We left, and when we got home, I couldn't even look her in the eyes. And she let my brother go upstairs to his room, but she stopped me on the stairs, and I whispered. She said, "Daughter, I love you. No matter what, I know this is just a phase, but if you truly feel this way, I respect it." And in the moment, I feel like a weight and can't believe it off my shoulders. Since then, my mom had never broke it up again, and now I don't care what my family thinks of my sexuality anymore, because in the end they're old, and they all be gone soon away. And let me know if you like any change or a different tone. It what is. And now so let's turn it to Danya's reflection of the day. Danya, what is a reflection?
Oh my god, yes. If you want a boyfriend but doesn't out, go and look for him in jail.
Well, this is all for this chapter, and see you next one.
Yeah.
Today we are learn. Ah, no, eso no es cierto, no vamos a aprender nada.
¿Quién había visto?
Yo.
Del tenis. Fue lo único que le entendí en inglés a Nara.
No, es que se quitó el tenis.
¿Te lo quitaste, Daniela?
Por eso fue la pata.
Flor que
Me mandó mensaje Alejandra
fulgor,
que está dando las calificaciones.
con tu brillo.
¿Quieres que le diga a Alejandra que lee el tuyo también?
¿Mm? ¿Hicieron el trabajo del libro?
Ah, olvídalo, que busquemos a la maestra juntas.
¿Qué dijo?
Alejandra, que la busquemos juntas y ya después la entregamos en el día.
Ya el destino cree, vuelve el tiempo atrás, trae lo que perdió, volviendo a lo que fue. maestra quiere ver cómo hablamos mensadas. Si
Debería
esto sale al final, le mando un saludo, maestra.
Maestra, debería dejarnos hacerlo en español, sale mejor.
Sí, nos sale más
Le
naturalito.
ponemos los subtítulos en inglés, no se preocupe.
Es que sale mejor, maestra.
Sí.
Mira, ahorita estamos hablando de otro tema y ya nos salió perfecto. There this girl was been playing with us for a while, and honestly, she is really good. With outdoor games. Yo también por eso me quedé. Échale agüita, presencia. Échale water.
Girl.
Girl. Chica. Por si no saben inglés.